Hey, happy day, happy life, happy journey. So glad to be here with you. Welcome to Walking the Path. Um, my name is John Jacob Mubarak. I'm one of the directors at Rythmia, and it is my great pleasure to be here with you today. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. It's like always a great surprise. Like, people want to hang out. Awesome. Thank you. So, very excited to share with you today. This topic because it's something. Hey, David, thank you for joining us. It's something really that I've been going through, right? I mean, I think you teach what you're experiencing. Dorota, hello. Kristen, great to see you. Thank you all for hanging out. Nicola, beautiful to see you. Nicole, thank you. So I want to share with you today. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, what's up? I want to share with you today this idea of overcoming negative self-talk because I've noticed in myself how insidious, how deeply ingrained it is. How about that? Deeply ingrained. Hi, Jessica. Here's like what I'm even experiencing. I'm noticing this in me. For example, I'm back in LA. I was in Costa Rica and so isolated there with, horses and cows and on the beautiful ranch that Rythmia is on, Hacienda Pinilla, just completely, hey, Dimitri, my brother, good to see you. Deb, insidious. Yes, thank you, Debbie. Insidious, that's the word, insidious. So I'm on this beautiful ranch. I'm so isolated, and then I come to LA, a densely populated area. And hey, beautiful soul. Hey, Debbie. And I go out, and I got my mask on, and I touch my face by accident, not thinking. And then my mind goes to, oh my God, I got COVID. I think I got something in my throat. Am I feeling ill? Right? Immediately, it goes into this thinking, negative thinking. Right? Which is a part of our genetic makeup, right? We're programmed, I'm going to talk about that, we're programmed to look for a negativity bias. However, here's the truth, right? That I'm constantly observing, right? This chatter in my mind. So the first thing was, negativity around COVID, around illness, right? I had a tooth that I had to get extracted, a wisdom tooth that should have been taken out a long time ago. And of course, the doctor said to me before I left, be careful of dry socket. It's the most painful thing and we don't know what causes it, just be careful. Right? So then I'm thinking, oh my God, I got dry socket. Any pain that I have, dry socket, This is one of the ways that the mind works, right? Another way of negative thinking can become insidious, thank you, is through comparison, right? And it's a very common thing that we do. Comparison is the thief of joy, right? Comparison is that very natural thing. Wherever we are on our spiritual path, we're comparing. When we're in ceremony, somebody else is like, you're like, I had a good ceremony. I got some insights. I feel lighter. And then somebody else shares and they're like, oh my God, the spaceship was outside and I got in and it was totally pimped out. And then it took me to this Chinese restaurant and the astrals and Buddha was there with Jesus and we had this great talk. And then, like, I want that experience, right? Comparison, comparing myself, or comparing myself to other people that are on social media, other people in my field, other thought leaders, other people, which is perfectly natural. We want to look at people who are successful in the areas in which we work and see what they're doing. But how do we stay true to ourselves? And what happens is that negative self-talk, that negative thinking then begins to compare, oh my God, look at how amazing that person is. I could never do what they're doing. That's completely, I might as well just give in right now. I couldn't even achieve that level of amazing excellence that they've achieved, right? Oh my God, there is this, I'm at home and I'm looking over and there's this chipmunk right at my window out here, like totally sneaking around. Chippy. Okay, so the first way is negativity is this negative thinking about bad things are going to happen, right? Which is our negativity bias. And the next piece is comparison. I want to go back to negativity bias. We are genetically programmed to look for what's wrong. And that is a evolutionary benefit, right? If I'm hanging out on a tree and I'm chilling as a monkey in the tree, everything's cool. I want to be observant of the saber-toothed tiger that is sneaking up around the corner. I want to know when that boa constrictor is slithering up behind me. I'm programmed to look for those things. That's a benefit, an evolutionary benefit. However, we are no longer in the jungle. Dealing with boa constrictors and saber-toothed tigers. We are in a different realm now, and our responsibility, because we have the power to think about what we're thinking about, we are reflective beings, we can reflect on our thought, is now to catch that negativity bias, to see when that occurs, and then to change the channel. Right? We're going to talk about what we can do to change the channel and the 3 steps to take to overcome negative thinking. But I want to outline a few more of the pitfalls of negative thinking. So the first was that negativity bias when I'm thinking about, oh my God, I'm going to get sick. Oh my God, I got exposed. Oh my God, all of those thoughts, this is going to happen, something bad's going to happen, when I'm comparing myself to others. And then there's the race consciousness, right? Negativity in the media, negativity in politics. I notice myself, I begin to take on the entrenched ways of being that are mirrored to me, right? We have these very advanced mirror neurons, and it's very natural for us to sort of rise or sink to the level of our community. So when you see the negativity in the media, when you see the negativity in politics, the attack politics, the destroy the opponent politics that's going on right now and have been going on for years, when we see that, I notice myself, I begin to get caught up in that and unconsciously begin to strategize and position and withhold all of the tools of business and political negotiation of an old model. Right? So we can get caught up in negativity thinking, either through comparison, negativity bias. I noticed there was a question Michelle's asking, negativity bias. Negativity bias is our natural proclivity to look for what's wrong. And it was an evolutionary impulse to protect us out in the jungle or out in the wild when we had to be aware. Is there a tiger around the corner? Is there some danger? But now we're no longer in that situation, and we can think about what we're thinking about. So we just want to be aware of that natural negativity bias that we have to look for what's wrong in a situation. Our comparison, and then the race consciousness, that we get caught up in the collective consciousness, the collective energy. We've seen with the George Floyd and subsequent awareness that's being brought forth, the contrast of racial injustice and the systemic racism that this country was founded on. And I want to talk about that also in another talk. But what I really want to talk about is, all of this, COVID, George Floyd, has brought to light, what it has brought to light is awareness, an increased awareness in what we are engaged in, and how we can change the channel. We have the power. I notice how easy it is for me to get caught in that downward spiral of comparing myself to others, of seeing the negative situation, the being biased towards negativity, or being caught up in the race consciousness. How do we shift that? How do we change that channel? So the first step is awareness. The first step is becoming aware, and that is the process of engaging in our observer consciousness. You can begin this by taking one day. I would invite you to take a day and begin, and if you haven't already instilled a sense of observer consciousness. Observer consciousness is that thing, that part of you that's observing you when you're in meditation, right? You're watching your thoughts. In meditation, who's watching the watcher? That's the old Buddhist cone, right? Who's watching the watcher? What's behind that level of consciousness? And the next level of consciousness, becomes our observer awareness. You can begin to play around with observer consciousness, observer awareness on a daily basis by taking a day and maybe inviting yourself to observe yourself without judgment and opinion. It would look maybe like even talking about yourself in the third person. Oh, there's JJ talking to his phone, like on a Facebook Live. Oh, there's JJ opening up the refrigerator, looking for something to eat when he's not really hungry. Uh, oh, there's JJ walking to the bathroom. There's JJ doubting himself. There's JJ thinking that he is, fat. There's JJ. Oh, no judgment about it. It's just observing what's going on. In that way of seeing yourself from a third person perspective, you begin to establish a little distance between you and the thing you're observing. And in that way, with that just little bit of spaciousness, we begin to establish the awareness that we are the observer of our lives, and that we then can observe instead of being so fused tightly with the emotions of the moment. We're just a little bit removed. We can observe it, and then we can react, or we can respond rather than react. Right. So the first step in moving and shifting and overcoming negative thinking, negative self-talk, is our awareness. And awareness is instilled through our observer consciousness, our ability to observe ourselves without opinion and judgment. It's not like, there's JJ eating that fat pig, he's just eating again. When he's not really hungry, it's just this thing that he does all the time, right? That's all opinion and judgment. There's just, oh, there's JJ opening the refrigerator looking for something to eat. Period. Begin to establish an awareness of observer consciousness. As you do that, then just become present in your body. Take some time as you start to observe, oh, I'm observing, I'm aware now that I'm comparing myself to my neighbor. I'm comparing myself to that other person in my field who's really successful, more successful than I am. Begin to become aware of that, and then breathe. Simply breathe. Return to the breath. The breath, you can't breathe in the past and you can't breathe in the future. You can only breathe right now. So breath is an instant way to bring yourself present, to become fully in your body. Right here, right now. I'm here, I'm now. Right here, right now. I love that. That is such an important realization, to become present. Observe, oh, I'm doing this. Second, just become present. You can say the words right here, right now. I love doing that in ceremony. Some time ago, I was having a really rough ceremony, and I just wanted it to be over. One of those times when you're like, when is this going to be over? I'm never doing this again. This is ridiculous. Right? But I knew in my heart that it was good for me. That what was happening was I was releasing lots of stuff, lots of toxins. And when you go through a detox, it can be kind of hard, but it's good for you, right? So because I had the awareness that even though this is unpleasant, it's good, I then was able to say, okay, be here now, be in my body, right here, right now. There's no escape. There's a wisdom. There's a beautiful book called The Wisdom of No Escape by Pema Chodron. There's a wisdom to the realization that there's no other time but now. There's nothing but the present moment. So let me breathe. Let me be right here. If I'm in the middle of negative thinking, I can observe it first. Then I can breathe and get into my body, and I can be right here, right now. I can become present. And then, from being present, all right, now I'm no longer nostalgic about the past or worrying about the future, but I am in the present moment. Now, the present moment is the access to the eternal now. The now moment is the access to the eternal now, and that's where I anchor myself in power to change the channel. That's where I can make a shift in my chronic negative thinking and turn it into an affirmation. Turn it into something that's supportive rather than debilitating. So the 3 steps: 1, anchor in awareness, observer consciousness. 2, breathe, become present, right here, right now, no escape. 3, change the channel. Shift negative, chronic negative thinking, chronic complaints, shift them into an affirmative stance. For example, I feel like I went out, I went to the grocery store, somebody next to me coughed, and I had my mask on, but then I touched my face. Oh my God, I've got COVID. I'm going to shift that to I am opening my mind as a channel for the realization. I'm opening my mind as a channel. I'm opening up to become a realization of the divine presence. The divine presence, the spirit, Mother Ayahuasca, God, whatever you want to call it, the universe, the divine intelligence, the love intelligence governing the universe, whatever you want to call it, the unified field, it's perfect. And if I come from that, then I'm perfect. If you come from that, and everything comes from that unified field, one energy, one source, one power, one life, it's my life, it's your life, it's our life, it's the life of the divine, and it's expressing through us now. So if the divine is perfect, and I'm a part of the divine, and you're a part of the divine, then we're perfect too. This is the logical thinking. So we begin to shift the channel. If God is perfect, then I'm perfect. My body is perfect. Perfect health, wisdom, and intelligence. If all the intelligence is in the divine and I'm part of that, then all the intelligence is within me. My body is digesting and circulating and eliminating and assimilating all of right now without me having to do anything. The planet is spinning without human compulsion. So there's a divine intelligence active. Why don't I let that? Why don't I let it act through me, knowing that perfect health and wholeness are mine? I am healthy and strong. My immune system is strong. We begin to shift the channel. I am is the statement to make, and whatever you say after I am becomes the powerful statement of truth. So don't say, I am tired, I am weak, I am not good enough, I can't. No, we're saying the statements, I am strong. I am powerful. I am healthy and vital. My immune system is strong, right? We shift that thinking. First, become aware. Second, become present. Breathe right here, right now. And third, change the channel by shifting your negative thinking, negative self-talk, negative comparison into shifting that chronic pattern into a affirmative statement of truth. I have a couple of go-to statements of truth. I have everything I need within me. I have everything I need within me. That's one of my favorites. Everything always works out for me. Whenever I'm doubting, oh, I don't know if that's going to happen. Oh, I really want that to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen. Everything always works out for me. Whether I get what I want or not, what I think I want, it always works out for me. If you look back at your life, you can see that even though before an event occurred, even if it wasn't what you wanted, it worked out. It worked out for you. And so there's that. I love that statement. Everything always works out for me. That's a great go-to principle, a go-to affirmation. Here's another one that I'll share with you. I am loved and adored beyond imagination. I am loved and supported beyond imagination. And we can go, I'm alone, I'm not loved and supported. But when you look at your life, when I look at my life, I can see how loved and supported I am. Even if it's a plate of food on my table. Think about everything that it took to get that food, all of the synchronicities and serendipities, from the person who had to buy the seeds, to plant it, to harvest it, to the roads that were built and the truck that was built and the person that was hired to get that to the market, the person who bought it, the person who unpacked it, that it was there for you and you had money to buy it and you got it to your table, or it was delivered to your very door. Think about all of the synchronicities just in your breakfast to show you how loved and supported you are by a universe that only wants the best for you. That only wants the best for you. So these are statements of affirmation that we can use to shift the channel, to change the channel of our negative thinking. I accept, here's another one. I accept and receive all of the abundance, whatever it is. I accept and receive all of the health. I accept and receive all of the joy. I accept and receive all of the abundance. I am ready. I accept and receive more good than I have ever experienced, manifested, or conceived of before. I love that one. I accept and receive more good than I have ever imagined before. Right? We begin to shift the channel, change the channel. And here's a couple of quick statements to let you know some good reminders. You're full of it. I love that one. You're full of it. You're full of capital I, capital T, it, the presence of God, the presence and spirit of the life divine. You are full of it. You're full of all the power, all the love, all the beauty, all the excellence, all the creativity, all the joy, all the peace, all of the abundance, all of it. You're full of it, full of it. And it's bursting, looking forth to come forward in and as you. We just have to allow it. The only thing that stops us is ourselves. Nothing is being withheld. Nothing is being withheld. I remember Reverend Michael talking about seeing, he was really lit up one day. He said, I saw everybody as these big shafts of light, these giant shafts of light just extending forever, infinity. But there were these like plates above people, like where they limited themselves. Where do we stop ourselves, right? Because we have everything we need within us. We're full of it. So remember that. I'm full of it. Let the how be the wow, baby. That's another one of my favorites. Let the how be the wow. So in other words, I don't have to know how health and wholeness are going to come to me. I don't have to know how abundance is going to come to me. The how is not my business. My business is shifting the channel, changing my thinking, shifting my chronic negative thoughts so that I can become a channel for goodness to emerge through me. How it emerges? There is a divine intelligence that is everywhere present, in which we live and move and have our beingness, and it organizes everything. Amazing. We don't have to, when we try and force it to happen, yeah, we can make it happen. It doesn't always work out, and it's a lot of work. But if I stay in the quantum field, if I stay in the deep realization that everything is working together for my good, and then let the how that good emerges, let the spirit worry about that. That's the spirit, that's the law. That is the job of the lawful intelligence. All I have to do is make it welcome. All I have to do is allow it to happen. I have to make myself a clear and open channel for it. So let the how be the wow. Don't worry about the way in which it's going to occur. Place your awareness on the what and the why. What it is and why. What am I looking for? What is the true and good desire of my heart? And why? The gratitude. How will I feel once I have that? If I was able to experience total health and power in my physical body temple, vim and vigor, how would I feel? Oh my God, I'd feel so grateful. I'd feel alive. I'd feel in love with life. And you begin to create and generate that feeling. I would feel in awe with the mystery of life. I would feel so connected to the divine presence. Oh my God, now I start to feel it. Now the universe doesn't hear us. The universe feels us. The universe feels us, so you have to feel that which you are looking to experience in your life as if it's already done. Jesus says, pray as if your prayers were answered. He's talking about the metaphysical principle that the universe doesn't hear us, it feels us, so we got to feel it, and it responds to us. It's an energy. Look at that. It's an energetic expression. And we are participating in the energy of it. So we become the channel for it to emerge. This is an Alex Gray print. I love Alex Gray. Right? We become the channel for it to emerge, and it creates around us, right? The how of it, we don't have to worry about. It just reacts to us. So let me place my awareness on gratitude. Let me place my awareness on what it's like when it's already done, that I've already have it, and let it come to me. And finally, let the story be the glory, baby. Let the story be the glory. So we're shifting our negative thinking, and we shift the story. So I'm shifting the story of, oh my God, that person coughed and I think they have COVID and now I got infected. I got to get tested. Nah. We shift it to, my body temple is so vibrant and my immune system is so strong. I fight off everything. I am a walking ball of health and wholeness and happiness. For God is the light unto his holy temple, which my body is. My body is full of energy and full. It rejuvenates every cell in my body, every organ, every action, every function of my body is in perfect harmony with the unerring order, harmony, and balance of the universe, right? We change the story into the glory. What story are you going to create today? What are you telling yourself? We're overcoming our chronic negative thinking and negative thoughts by engaging in positive storytelling and feeling it. It's not just about the words. Oh, yes, I am strong. I am healthy. No, it is about the feeling of it. I am strong and I feel strong. I am healthy and I know my body. How would I feel if I was so healthy, if I had no health concerns? Oh my God, I'd feel so powerful. I'd feel so great. I'd feel so energized. I'd feel alive. I'd feel full of it. Right? So let the story be the glory. All right, so I'm full of it. Let the how be the wow. Let the story be the glory. We talked about the ways in which we compare ourselves to others, that we have a negativity bias and that we can get caught up in the general race consciousness. And how those things become chronic stories, and the way that we begin to circumvent and counter those chronic stories are, one, through our awareness, observer consciousness, two, by becoming present. First, I'm aware, I observe, then I become present by breathing right now in the body, and through the present moment I have access to the eternal now, where I can change the channel, where I can let the story be the glory, where I can let the how be the wow, and know that I am full of it, full of the love and life of the divine. All right. So I'm going to look through really quickly and see if there were any comments. I love your comments. I didn't get to look at them. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm so glad that you're watching. I don't see any questions here that need to be answered. I'm super grateful. Okay, Michelle, I'm terrified in a manner, a healthy fear, like I have of the ocean. Thank goodness for faith. Yeah, I mean, there's healthy fear, right? If I don't want to walk down a dark alley in a big city at 2:00 in the morning. Good thing, right? I'm not walking around going, God is going to protect me. I'm going to walk through, right? No. God gave us a brain, right? To say, dark alley, big city, 3:00 in the morning. Yeah, I'm not feeling that, right? And then we walk with that awareness that all is well. We walk with that awareness that we are bathed in the light of the divine. Thanks, Susie. I love you. Yes, absolutely. All right, Jennifer, everybody, thank you so much. Anthony, what can I do for these headaches I've been having for weeks? Danya, Khalil, are you Lebanese? For I'm Lebanese, sister. Khalil is a good Lebanese name. Headaches. These can be any number of things. Of course, I want you to get checked out by a doctor, but we can also anchor in the awareness that what's coming is going, right? These headaches aren't coming to stay. We're going to let the story be the glory and know that these headaches are something releasing. And can you let it go? That's one way to think about it, but also be sure to check with your doctor and see what's going on as well. If you have any other questions, Danya, about headaches, please, you can email me at jmubarak@rythmia.com. All right. You are Lebanese. I love it. My family is from Zakhli. I went and visited there. So, all right. Thank you all so much. What a great privilege and honor to be with you. Wishing you so much love, peace, and blessings, knowing that today you are walking in the eternal sunlight, eternal sunshine on the path of infinite unfoldment. Wait, you're from Zakhli too? Your family's from Zakhli? Well, okay, you have to email me now. All right. Much love and peace. Thank you, everyone. Talk to you soon.